All right. So in meditation, we are clearing the subconscious of fears. As each fear comes up and we look upon it neutrally, the fear loses its power over us. We become more flexible and feel more free. Most fears were learned at a particular time of day. So these fears tend to occur most intensely at the time of day they were originally experienced. By meditating at sadhana time, which is like we create a space in our day to meditate and go inwards, preferably consistent time every day. By meditating at those time at our selected time of meditation, we slowly attract the anxieties from all other parts of the day. Normally, we react to anxieties on their time and conditions. It's kind of wild to think of that, right? It's like, what is controlling my life, actually? In meditation, the effects of old fears come to us on our time and under our conditions, right? So I'm like holding this neutral space. It's a safe space, and I can become the master over that. Since they come at the same time each day, it becomes easier and easier to deal with each one. Eventually, the mind is cleared of the clouds of fear and begins to see the light and power of creative consciousness. Then the morning meditation clears out the daily worries and projections, so no further long-term subconscious fears can accumulate. So life kind of like tumbles us and we keep collecting stuff. So now we're not only kind of like clearing the cache, but we're also opening it up for the neutral mind to reign versus that sort of like collecting mind, which is polarity of attachment and desire or aversion and rejection. So instead of being ruled by these two things, now it's sort of like, I see that, I see that. What am I choosing? What do I want? I can choose. I can choose, okay, I want to invest in something creative. I want to set a boundary and say no, versus be like, oh, no, I'm afraid and I don't know why I'm rejecting this thing, or I need this thing to like feel good or feel human or not spiral to cope. So let's just jump in. Let's start with a little tuning inwards so you can sit upright, get comfortable for a moment, close your eyes, and just arrive. There's no need to group anything or hide anything. This is space for you and you. Receiving a few breaths here. Just know that this is a space of tuning. Okay, so kind of getting under the hood, opening up some windows, letting a breeze through. Also planting seeds of the heart. So what is the heart saying to you in this space, in this time? Empty out the breath, exhale everything out. And receive a big belly breath, inhale. Open the mouth, let it go. Do that 2 more times. Nice full bodied inhale, expand, and let it out. Good, more full breath. Your palms together, let's rub the hands. Kind of already starting to signal to these energetic pathways, these meridians, movement of energy. Just rubbing the hands a little more, feeling that heat, that static develops, we're activating these two polarities in the body, the negative charge and the positive charge, left and right. And then hold the hands just an inch or so apart, right in front of the heart. Just tune and feel that exchange, palm to palm. Visioning this energetic globe. Then inhale, start to open the hands a little further apart as if that ball of light were growing. And then bring them a little closer and just tune into that malleable force between your palms, kind of pulsing the hands open and closed a few times. Setting this energy field for an intention. So we're balancing these forces, allowing them to show up in their full capacity. So we're working with them. Setting the hands at a comfortable distance, seeing that golden or white sphere of energy breathing into that space. Welcome to anchor an intention into this space, right in front of the heart, the most powerful electromagnetic frequency conductor of the body. A felt presence, a word, a color, vision, however that intention wants to manifest for you. Gently pressing the palms together, thumbs to the sternum, and then anchoring into that, lifting the chest, the spine a little taller. And we'll tune in with some mantra. So our practice is anchored in gratitude and honoring the creative consciousness that we are gifted and we all have. And also gratitude to our teachers, all of the guides, supporters, ancestors, angels that have given us a helping hand in our lives. So the mantra is Ong, O-N-G, Namo, Guru Dev, Namo. I offer my gratitude to that creative consciousness and to the teacher, the inner teacher. So we'll chant 3 times and you're welcome to join whenever you're ready. Big breath in. Om Namo Guru Devay Om Guru Devay Om Guru Devay Big breath in. Suspend the breath at the top, lifting the heart, softening neck, shoulders. Exhale, let it go. And then we'll chant the Mangala Charan mantra. This is Mangala means auspicious. So we're inviting in wisdom and the qualities of wisdom that are sort of the primal wisdom, the universal wisdom, the eternal wisdom, and the wisdom that comes through mastery of what we can control, our body, our mind, and the willpower, and applying that focus to wisdom, redirecting our attachments to those things that empower us, enliven us, open up the soul spirit connection. So the mantra is Ad Guray Nameh, Jugad Guray Nameh, Sat Guray Nameh, Siri Devay Nameh. And it's like 4 parts. So you can envision in the 4 directions, pillars of light surrounding you, this space, and just creating a container of auspiciousness. Inhale. Ad Guray Nameh, Jugad Guray Nameh, Sat Guray Nameh, Siri Devay Nameh. Ad Guray Nameh, Jugad Guray Nameh, Sat Guray Nameh, Siri Devay Nameh. Ad Guray Nameh, Jugad Guray Nameh, Sat Guray Nameh, Siri Devay Nameh. Big breath. And let it go. Let's open the eyes, come onto the hands and knees. And we'll just start with a little cat-cow spinal flexion, moving the body slowly at first, just kind of feeling out what's present in your spine today. And as you move, feeling how the breath can create space anywhere that's needed, whether that's in the physical body or maybe the emotional body, and the energy around you. Move a little more quickly. Powerful inhale and exhale. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Big way this practice works is through rhythm and reclaiming the sort of innate rhythm of your native pace, the breath and body, resetting the rhythm. This container of time, right? We have a set amount of time for each little fragment and sequence of the practice. And in that time, changes can develop, right? Just like we put a cake in the oven for a certain amount of time. And just holding this repetitive rhythmic movement to reset the intelligence, rhythm of the body and the brain. Here for another 30 seconds. Awesome. Big breath in, lift the head, hold the breath at the top. And then exhale, round the spine, cat, push through the arms, empty the breath out, navel to spine, hold the breath out here. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, come into a child's pose. On the knees, resting the forehead. And here, join the palms together. So again, kind of unifying left and right. So much of awareness comes through a unification. Right? We're bringing our unseen to the seen, meeting in the middle of our wants and what we can actually settle into that's in need of self. So, the yogis are reminding us that the self is Sat Chit Ananda, eternal, full of knowing and blissful. And I find that really helpful anytime I'm like off track or stuck in some pattern or concept that is clearly unhelpful for me. I'm like, well, I'm actually a blissful being. I can claim that. And I'm also deeply wise. I can trust my inner knowing. And nothing can really harm me. I'm eternal. My body might change, but the true me is still alive. So, and slowly make your way into a downward facing dog. And just open up into a bigger stretch here, bending the knees, spreading the fingers out, really anchoring into some deep breaths. Good. Bend your knees, drop your chest towards your thighs, lift your butt up towards the ceiling, really high. Yeah, keep the knees bent, the chest back, the butt high, and that'll just kind of create some space in the low back. Softening the head down, allowing the legs to slowly straighten out or pedal the heels. And finding that angular length, the sits bones reaching up and back, the heels reaching down, the hands down, the chest forward, and yet also back towards the thighs. So kind of lifting the heart and then lengthening it. Maybe shake out the head a little bit. Just feel the weight of the skull tractioning out the cervical spine. Let's inhale the heels up, coming into the toes. Exhale, dropping the heels down. Just a few times, lifting and lowering with the breath. Stretching out the feet. Lifting, and as you press back, lengthening through the heels, the calves, lifting through the sit bones, moving in all directions with equal intention. Softening the space behind the ears, base of the skull. And then slowly start to walk your feet towards your hands. Just coming into this easy forward fold ragdoll. Bending the knees. Again, breathing into the belly, lower back, lungs, mid back, upper chest, upper back. Two more breaths here. Awesome. And then we'll roll the spine up just nice and slow. Inhale, stretching the arms up. We do a little back bend, push through the feet. Exhale, releasing the arms down. So we'll go through a few sun salutes here. You can find the front of your mat. It's kind of doing a full body stretch. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hinging, fold. Inhale, lift the heart, hips over heels, flat back. Exhale, step back to a plank. Holding plank for a moment, lifting the thighs, the chest, pressing through the hands, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, dropping down through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, arching cobra. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Few breaths here. Really opening up the palms, feeling the fingers, the base of your knuckles anchoring into the mat. Good, last breath. Inhale, lifting the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, walk or hop the feet forward. Inhale, flat back, lifting, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold. Push through the feet, lift the arms overhead. Inhale, upward salute. Let's exhale, fold forward right into Uttanasana, your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Lowering down, elbows hug the sides. Inhale, back bending up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Nice. As you exhale, notice how you can engage the stomach, the core, the abdomens towards the spine to support those sort of movements from arching the back to lengthening the back. Speaking of angles, the angle of the sun to the earth at the time before sunrise is so powerful for meditation. There's a lot of prana or life force in the atmosphere in these hours. And then we can receive that energy. So practicing early in the morning, so nourishing. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, walk or hop the feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold, release. Inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. Last sun salute, exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. All good. Back, down dog. So a big part of this practice is also in developing our intuition, which is always there. It's just sort of clearing the noise so we can hear it. And that is actually the most important tool in our day and age, where we've got a lot of fake stuff happening. AI, lies in the media, of course. So there's a motto for this age that we've entered, age of Aquarius. I know, therefore I believe. A practical personal experience is required to integrate ancient spiritual truths. So our practice is the field in which we can hone and integrate. So our intuition is developed here so we can know from that physical knowing, right? When your body knows, And maybe I've ignored it. I get this like weird feeling in my body. But now I'm learning, yes, that is actually talking to me in a truthful way. So let's inhale, lift the heels, exhale, walk or hop the feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, and just standing here in Tadasana, resting the arms down or at the heart. Just pausing for a moment, feeling what's present after those 3 sun salutes. How do you feel? What's here? Where's the energy active for you? So I invite you to stay connected to that inner space for this next phase. This is our dance phase. It's a Friday, day of Venus, fun and beauty. And dance is one of these ways that we hone our listening, right? To the beat, to whatever information we're receiving from the music or from internally if there's no music playing. So I'm going to play a song. We're just going to dance and no one's judging you. No one's making fun of you. No one's watching. I just invite you to be influenced by what you hear and let the body express that. Put it up a little bit. There you go. You start to tap the body everywhere. Yeah. Job. Okay. You did it perfect. Great. All right. And just pause in the stillness and the movement that's still there. You see a few breaths again, feel and let that sort of land for you. Okay. All right. So we're gonna come sitting down. We're going to move a little more. And then let's bring the hands onto the shoulders, elbows, shoulders height. Inhale, twist to your left. Exhale to your right. We're just moving side to side like a washing machine. Inhale left, exhale right. It's a quick little movement. And sniffing the breath. Just kind of letting the spine release. Good. Keeping the elbows, shoulders height, open chest, really lifting that energy. Good. Here for a little more. And then center, keep the hands here. Inhale, lift the spine tall. Fill up belly, lungs, chest. Hold the breath. Focusing at the third eye. Lifting root lock, pelvic floor. Sealing this energy in. Exhale, relax, release. Just drop in for a moment. Feel what's here. And we'll do some breath of fire. This is a practice called ego eradicator. And it's nice to do in the morning. First thing, if you can, fingers curl in, thumbs stretch out. It's kind of opening the palms, bringing the arms to 60 degrees, palms facing forward. Nice. And then eyes are closed, looking up, like you're looking through a window at the top of your head. And then breath of fire. So head is parallel, but it's just your inner eyes. Yes, your eyes are kind of like rolling up a little bit in the skull. And then breath of fire is an inhale, exhale through the nose. Nice, steady, quick rhythm. Beautiful. And you can always do a long, deep breath instead if you're on your cycle or you're just feeling like you need something slower and more grounding. So kind of sniffing the breath in and out, nice, powerful. Your steady rhythm could be a little slower or faster than your neighbor, something you can sustain. Navel point moving in and out with the breath. So again, we're working with the electromagnetic fields. A few more seconds here. Keep it going. Imagining that heart resonance now has a pathway through the arms, through the thumbs, into the field around you. And it also creates like a shield in a sense. It's really good for immunity. It's good for really protecting ourselves in a sense and keeping that healthy boundary between, oh, this is my energy and what I want to cultivate, and I don't need to be influenced by my surroundings all the time necessarily. Good. Big inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Thumb tips touch, fingers reach up, hold the breath here, lift, root lock, imagining that energy up the spine through the fingers, connecting to cosmos, harnessing it, and then exhale, bringing it down, sweeping the arms out, palms facing down, grounding this energy into the body and into the ground, fingers to the earth. Just kind of letting this settle. Letting your awareness expand into that space from within, around. So they become like mirrors or just this projection that is anchored in your intention from your heart out. Okay, so now we're going to lay on your side. And this is the angular body that we're working with. So come onto your left side and you're resting your left hand under your head like a little pillow. Which can feel a little awkward. Your elbows kind of tucked into your side, and just find that right spot there for your body. And then raise your right leg up towards the sky and lower it. And you want to raise and lower your leg rapidly as you do breath of fire. That inhale, exhale through the nose. Good. Good. Keep your leg as straight as you can and raise it as high as you can so that you're gradually moving that flexibility, that range of flexibility. So it could start, low or small, that's fine. Start where you're at, and then we're just moving into new territory, perhaps. So lifting, lowering, quickly, breath is strong. Good job. Do your best. I know these can get tiring, right? We're really working repetition in a new way, and sometimes there's resistance to that, and that's okay. Just do your best. Almost done. We got to stretch ourselves, right? Stretch our sense of like, oh, my mind and body are saying no, but actually, what if I just kept going anyway? And even just physically, so we don't get brittle, we kind of open up that connective tissue, that fascia, that network of wisdom in the body. Good. Last 20 seconds. Letting the body be that gateway into freedom. Keep moving that energy for another 5, 4, 3, 2. Good job. Relax. You can lay on your back. Just feel what's here. Doing hard things first thing. Good job. Of course, we're going to do the other side. Not to fret. I'm going to let you walk out one leg off. So come on your right side now. And same thing, bring your right hand under your head like a pillow, kind of holding it. And then get settled, get steady. And then let's begin. Inhale, exhale through the nose, left leg lifting and lowering. Just like the wind, it can blow a house away, the breath can blow away all that is sort of accumulated or no longer nourishing us, right? That's ready to be released, that waste material. And teaching us to let go, to develop this healthy detachment. So we can actually be free to receive the constant flow of blessings versus, holding on to that one blessing I got 15 years ago, and now it's a little stale, but whatever. Maybe there's no other ones, so that's better than nothing. But actually, the universe and the body and source are very, very abundant, and our job is to just keep that space for it to flow into and out constantly. Okay, last 7 seconds. And release. Good job. Come resting on your back for a moment. Kind of let that settle, integrate. I always think of my teachers who said this practice is like an express elevator to self-realization and freeing ourselves. It can happen very quickly. Doing a lot of movement stuff. All right, and then come laying down on your stomach with your arms down by your sides, your palms down on the ground. You can turn your head to one side, and then I'll let you know when you can turn it to the other, just so your neck is balanced as well. And then kick your butt with your heels. So you want to kind of like get your heels, flex your feet, and kick your butt with your heels as best you can. Yeah, really good. As fast as you can, and your heels should strike your butt really hard. This is good for moving blocked energy in the first chakra, in the buttocks, in the root of our tree of life. Good, good. Yeah, nice. Kick, kick, kick. And as you kick, ground yourself right through the palms. You can turn your head to the other side if you'd like. Last little bit here. Anything that's anchoring you too intensely can be moved. And anything that's preventing that anchoring also can be moved. So it's an adaptogenetic practice. It really depends on what we need. We always need something different depending on the phase we're in. And then relax, release. Let's rest here for a moment. Just feeling your belonging here on this earth, on the ground that's holding you. Breath that is moving you is perfectly suited to keep us alive. And make your way into a child's pose. So this next thing is where it gets a little weird. So just be warned. Some of you might be like, this isn't weird, but we're working with tongue in lion's pose. And you can think of the tongue as an extension of Sushumna Nadi, or that central channel where all the chakras line up, that energetic pathway, where our vocal cords and our sort of this movement from out to in and in to out. So tongue is also it's like decides how our mastery develops through what we take in and how we feed ourselves, and also how we put out through the speech, and also connects to the root and the sexual chakras, right? So the tongue is this like big muscle that's wonderful to train. And when you come slowly up here, we're going to sit on the heels. And yesterday it was supposedly Lion's Gate, which is it's also like numerologically, it's a powerful number and day, but also like if we look at the sky, sidereal astrology will say, actually, it's not in perfect alignment today. But anyway, regardless, we're going to do lion's pose. So your hands are on the ground beside you, and you're going to stick your tongue out and just like stretch it and keep it open the whole time. And we're going to breathe in and out through the mouth. So you're going to bow down and exhale. Bring your forehead to the ground if you can. Inhale up. Tongue still out, mouth open the whole time. So inhale up, exhale down. Yeah, it's a lot of air. Don't breathe in your spit. And just continue to bow, moving up and down. Good. Keeping your tongue stretched out. Inhaling up, exhaling down. So we're also getting like a really big influx of energy when we breathe through the mouth. Good. Just doing your best here. Keep a nice steady rhythm. Pull your tongue as far as you can. Yeah, keep it stretched out. You okay? Great. Almost there. Just a little more to go. Good. New energy, big, fresh inhales and exhales, releasing old energy. This is a really nice tonic for the brain as well. When we bow down, bringing fresh energy, creating a more coherent communication. Awesome. And then inhale, come up and relax. You can sit in easy pose or back in child's pose if you'd like. Just kind of take a moment to integrate, anchor. Right, and then ready, come onto your belly again for Cobra this time. So Cobra is a back bend, and we're going to be kicking the heels to the butt again, but we're staying in this upward, and your Cobra could be at any level of stretch. So you can be in baby cobra, kicking, or a little bit higher, right? And just kind of kicking the heels here. Keeping your heels in the air. And just breathing at a steady pace. Yeah, you can be on the elbows too if you'd like. Keeping the chest lifted wherever your arch is. And be here for a little bit. Great, good, it's almost done. So it takes you into this space, right? When we're like in this repetitive, challenging exercise, the body is kind of getting confronted, really, is what it is. And the invitation is to elevate whatever is rising up, is to lift it up so we can see it and we can heal it, feel it without judgment, whatever it is that comes up, anger, sadness, fear, distress. We can breathe with it in that space of neutrality. Little by little develops. Okay, 15 more seconds. It's interesting that the Sikh tradition and Kundalini Tantra came together because the Sikhs are like this warrior class, and this is almost like a warrior yoga where you're like fighting. Okay, and then you're done. Relax. Good job. Relax on your belly here and just take a few breaths. So in this yogic tradition, the Bhagavad Gita is a really seminal text, and some interpretations say that this book is a metaphor for life, that they're meeting on a battlefield and having this very existential conversation, the divine and his good friend. And it's actually said to be an actual historic event as well. But we can see that the body is like this field of energy, and the controller is the soul, and the mind sometimes becomes the controller, but actually the mind is a servant. So this is the field in which we can train up, so we can place things in their proper perspective, in a sense, and really come at it from the self of selves. I'm not my thoughts. I'm not, this sort of identity that maybe I've taken on, and I'm actually beyond that as well. So we'll stay in Cobra, and we're just going to stay with the heels lifted. So it's almost like an extra back bend. And again, you modify your Cobra to whatever depth you would like. And you can start high and go low, or start low and go high as you feel ready. Just keeping the knees bent, lifting the chest, opening, and feeling how the body can expand, even in this place of somewhat compression. Breathe into those points of kind of the bending and folding and compressing. And then we're going to start to move. So keeping the heels lifted, exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Doing like a little cobra push up. Keeping those heels lifted. So this is a nice massage and stimulation in the adrenals and the kidneys. Good work. Little more. Good. 30 more seconds. Owning that focus. Really good. Last 5, 4, and release. Just letting the body be held. Softening into this relaxation. And then we'll come into a plank, but we're actually going to be on the tops of the feet. So do your best with this, modify if you need to. So the plank is such that your toes are pointed, hands are under the shoulders, and I'm just balancing on the tops of my feet. Right, so you can see there. And it's a lot. So if you need to drop down to the knees at any point, you are more than welcome to adjust, but try and stay on this plane. And then for extra challenge, you can come on the fingertips. I know that sounds crazy, but you can try it. That's the full practice, is coming on the fingertips. Get your texting thumbs powered up. Swipe. Competitive swiping. Yeah, and if you're on your knees and there's not too much pressure, you might experiment with coming on the fingertips. And the fingertips are the acupressure points of the brain, pituitary pineal gland. Really nice to kind of give them a slight stimuli here. Okay. It's a lot. Yeah, you're going good. Okay. It's a lot, right? It's kind of amazing what's there, the strength that you have. And you can check in where that weight is distributed to. You can bring it into the core and the thighs. Nice. Good. Yeah, lifting the core and the legs. Nice job, Paul. Breathing, stay here. This is really a brain tonic, rejuvenating the gray matter, the fluid in the spine. Says it imparts a youthful appearance, takes away wrinkles. I mean, you know, cool. That's great. Who knew? It's not going to be as popular on TikTok probably, but we can get a glass skin mask video. There's so many of these like beauty product videos, and I'm just like,
Yes, I
the
know.
new beauty product is plank. Your fingertips. Yeah.
The newest Korean skincare.
It's plank.
I'm trying.
Okay, we're in it for one more minute, and this last minute, the invitation is to growl.
Okay.
Like from your chest, from your heart center, like a lion. Growl or howl. Feel that chest vibrate. Don't hold back. Be weird. It's okay. You can do it. Yeah. Put down the frustration somewhere. Leo season. Let's go. Yeah, let that like primal energy come through. You're growling now and howling. The Sirius, the dog, lion, the cat, right? That's the lion gate is we're in Leo season, but the constellation Sirius is aligned with the sun. So this domestic animal inside of you, let it breathe. Okay, last 5 seconds. Let your best noise out. And all right, relax. You did it. It's just a little different. Do things. Yeah, I'm glad. It is time for some chilling. And it's in a little bit of an intense pose, so I'm going to give you modifications. First, so I'll do the full pose so you can see. It's called Supta Virasana, so reclined hero pose. So hero pose, you're sitting between your heels. That alone is kind of a lot, especially if you've got, sensitive knees. So you can modify that by sitting on a blanket, fold it up a bunch. And then the next part is you're going to recline. So you can stay on your elbows, or the full shebang is reclining all the way onto your back, which if you have that support under your butt can create a little more distance. So being fully grounded is kind of nicer in my experience and feeling if you can do it. If not, do not force it. And you can just lay on your back with your feet together and knees open in this variety. That is also an option, right? So modify, and we're going to just kind of take a nap here. And rest. Awesome. Meditation, sitting in easy pose. Awesome. Right. Keep your eyes. Imagine fly out, eyes up and down. Less awareness and energy. Start to deepen your breath. Gently moving your ankles and wrists, stretching out the body here for a minute or two. Inhale the arms overhead. Reach through the toes, the fingers, stretch. Exhale, bring the knees in. Give them a good squeeze. Bring your nose to your knees. Side to side, maybe stretching your head left and right. Relaxing the head down, dropping your knees to the left into a spinal twist. Belly here. And switching to the other side. Back through center. Gonna rock up and down a few times, hugging the knees in. Find easy pose. You can sit on the block or the blanket. Gonna practice a breath for developing intuition. And it's a 4-stroke inhale through the mouth. So we're breathing in almost like you imagine, this is like a tank and in 4 parts filling up the belly, lungs, and chest. Yes. Okay. So interlace the fingers and extend just the pointer finger up, crossing your thumbs. And then bring your pointer finger kind of right around your mouth level so you can look down the tip of the nose and at the tips of your fingers. And your gaze is going to be focused on the tip of your pointer fingers. And then you'll inhale 4 strokes in through the rounded mouth, and then 1 breath out the nose. And then 4 powerful strokes through the mouth. And 1 out through the nose. And just continue at your own pace. And gradually, you'll get the sort of flow for yourself to fill up in those 4 strokes and how each one can expand into the body to the maximum. You use your diaphragm. So as you inhale, feel that muscle drop down and out, muscle between your lungs and your belly. Powerful exhale through the nose, 1 long stroke out. Just be here for a few minutes, starting to tune the pituitary, pineal gland, both through our gaze and, of course, through this segmenting of the breath, which creates a rhythm and moves energy incrementally up the central channel and nervous system. When the eyes are just slightly open like this, it starts to stimulate the pineal gland, right? So our melatonin production increases, the light impacting the brain changes, and the brain starts to go into a more receptive theta state. eyelids nice and gentle, light, looking down. Exhale, release the breath. Stretch the arms out to the sides like a T. Big breath in. And then hold breath, open the fingers and make them really like strong, like steel. Squeeze the energy, squeeze the spine, bring that energy into the arms. Exhale, relax. Just drop in, relax the arms, the spine, everything. Just feeling what's here. Bring the hands to heart center to close our practice. Maybe bringing that intention back up or just dropping into the feeling of your new reality with that lived experience of your intention. Close with the mantra Sat Nam, anchoring into the eternal truth of your identity, a spirit soul in a human experience. Chant 3 times. Big breath in. So 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 to all, lift to all, light to all. Everybody serve you for being in this space with me. Beautiful day. Take rest, take lots of water and yeah. Slow as you need to kind of integrate back to the breath, especially after that breath, like a little spacey. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.